just want to kind of bring everyone up to speed as to where these dams are located, how this whole thing works, this whole system, this brilliant system that the LCRA has established in our area back around World War II. So this is a not-to-scale map, but it's showing the flow of the rivers and the names of the dams. If you've lived here long enough, you probably know these dam names because we get the flooding. It seems like every year, every couple years, we get big things happening around here. But if you're new to the area, let me break this down for you. So we have the Llano River right here, and again, it's just before the Llano River meets the Colorado and creates Lake LBJ. That's where we had the bridge collapse, right around Kingsland, very close to that point right there. And the Llano River, again, reached 40 feet, which we haven't seen since the 1930s. Haven't had a level that high, and only about a foot away from the record. All right, so then we've got all that water coming on down to Starkey Dam. That was the one, and feel free to pop up this video over me if you have it. That was the one where 10 floodgates were open, and it just didn't even look like something from our region. We just don't see this often. This is amazing. Almost looks like Niagara Falls is the first image that comes to mind when you see this. So again, that's Starkey Dam, and all that water continuing downstream. Back over to our map now. It takes about 3 hours for the water from Starkey Dam to get down to Mansfield Dam. That's at the bottom right there. Now, Mansfield Dam is the one that creates Lake Travis. It's on the southern end of Lake Travis right here. Mansfield Dam has one floodgate open right now, with another one expected at 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and 6 p.m. That can always change depending on the rain and the conditions going on throughout the day, but that's the plan, the latest plan we know of from LCRA. In addition, we saw Jordan reporting from this location, Tom Miller Dam. That's where there's another floodgate open right now. So between Mansfield and Tom Miller, you have Lake Austin. That's where you have Hula Hut, some other restaurants, locations that you're probably aware of right there. Again, Tom Miller Dam, we have one open. That water goes into the downtown Austin area, and by that I mean Lady Bird Lake. So that's right along the hike and bike trails. From what we understand, there shouldn't be a major impact around downtown Austin. We don't expect businesses to be flooded or anything like that. I think it's pretty safe to say the trails around right off the shores of Lady Bird Lake will be impacted, though it may certainly be close. So again, that's around downtown Austin, and then the water just continues down eventually towards the Gulf, which is the ultimate goal here with the dam system, is to safely escort that water out of our area.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. I want to go back to the phones. We're going to talk to another Kingsland resident. This is Rick Light, who Steph and Todd actually talked to a couple hours ago, right as this thing was all really coming to a head in Kingsland. Rick, thank you for joining us. What are you seeing right now? Because I know it was bad a few hours ago.
It's pretty well stabilized for right now. We did notice that the water had dropped back about a foot, but then the rain picked back up again, and we noticed that it came back up to the water mark that had previously left. But other than that, things are pretty well the same as what they was earlier when we spoke. I'm looking at over by the 2900 bridge. You can still see that the water's pretty well raging.
Yeah, we're looking right now, Rick.
We got our fingers crossed. Yeah, we got our fingers crossed. 1431 holds up.
Yeah, we just had our Jeff Stensland, who was out there the other way into town, and he's saying right now it's been closed because there's some water there too. And right now we're watching some video from just a couple hours ago, and now we have a live shot up of what it looks like in the Llano River, just close to where that bridge collapsed. And certainly it does look like it's gone down. It's not rushing quite as hard. If you can, Rick, just tell us how long have you lived there, and have you ever seen anything like this before?
I actually just moved here not too long ago, so I haven't been around Kingsland long enough to see any other spectacles that's happened off of flooding. But from what I've heard, this hasn't happened since 1939.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Well, welcome to Kingsland, I guess, Rick. How are you doing right around where your house is?
I actually am on Cherokee Trail, so Cherokee Trail basically borders the lake, and I'm looking at the lake right now. Like I say, it's pretty well stabilized. If it comes up another 4 foot, it'll be on the road in front of us.
Mm-hmm. And are your neighbors still there?
No, some of them down the street had to evacuate everybody that was on the low side of the street toward the lake. Their houses fell prey to flooding, unfortunately.
Wow. Rick, were you told to get out?
No, sir. We've had the state patrol and the county police. I believe they believe that all of us should be quite safe. We're on the high side of the road, which there's a hill that comes up about 20 feet, and a lot of the homes over here that are on that hill, they're okay.
Okay, sounds like you've been maybe just a little bit lucky today, but a lot of people who live right near you haven't been.
sir, that's true. We have a friend that just lives maybe 120 feet down the road. She had to evacuate her home this morning.
Rick, I'd like to ask you something. We spoke to another resident there earlier today, but I'd like to hear your take on how crucial that 2900 road is to get to south of Kingland. What kind of impact that'll have on daily life to not have that bridge there?
Well, I think as long as 1431 holds up, that's the main bridge, I believe, that connects 29 to Kingsland. As long as that bridge holds up, I think we'll be okay. There are other routes to Burnett that don't have any bridges. I don't know if there's been any road washouts or not yet. We haven't heard any reports on anything like that. But I believe it'll be a little inconvenient to get to 71 from this side of Kingsland, but there's other routes that can be taken. And from what I understand, this bridge has went down before.
Well, what is your plan right now, Rick? Do you think you're going to stay put for a while?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to stay put until the authorities tell us to evacuate. If the authorities come up and tell us to evacuate, we're going to promptly heed their warning.
Okay, Rick, thank you so much and stay safe.
Oh, you guys too, and thank y'all.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
All right, we've got our Ed Kiner, who is out at the Mansfield Dam. This is one of the other dams that is the gates have been opened. There you see it right now. This is a live shot. Ed getting a good shot of it for us. We heard from Jordan just a few minutes ago at the Tom Miller Dam. This is a little bit north at the Mansfield Dam. This comes before Tom Miller Dam. And you can see there, it is a huge structure there right along Lake Travis, and this is where we're starting.